Hey everyone, welcome to my channel ASP.NET Core, and today I'm going to show you my membership plan and my membership courses, and that is zero to hero courses and based on the real-time projects and scratch based projects. So start from beginning and to make it professional projects. Okay, so started from the .NET Core, and I have done minimum 2 to 3 projects in .NET Core. Okay, and now just started after that I started web API projects, REST API project, and just consume this REST API in the Blazor, Angular, and as well as the React. So in .NET Core I have used Entity Framework Core and SQL Server. Okay, so lots of things actually pendings, and I will give you project based courses in just 800 rupees and $15. It is a full it is a uh, full stack development courses. Okay, I will give you. Okay, and how to get this deal and how to get this membership, it's a very easy step to do this. First of all, I want to show you which projects actually I have done in this membership right now. That is MVC core projects. You will get it freely, complete source code and the complete video tutorials. So MVC core projects is concert booking system with the fundamentals also. So fundamentals videos also give you, and MVC core projects like concert booking system, that is repository based on the repository pattern, student information system, that is clean architecture projects, student attendance management system, and link building projects. So these are the projects I have done in ASP.NET Core MVC, that is based on .NET 6 and 7, and now just after that I will give you Microsoft Blazor project, that is bookshop project, and now after that I will give you Angular project, that is also bookshop project. And you know that Blazor and Angular project actually consume the same API, so I will give you API projects as well as the fundamentals of the API. So you know guys, it's a amazing projects. Okay, in just 800 rupees. Just fill this full stack development form, that is your name, your email ID, your contact number, transaction reference ID, order ID, or the PayPal ID, and that is courses fee, that is 800 rupees for the Indian users and $15 for the other country user. So you can choose this Paytm QR code, or you know that for the 800 rupees for the Indian user, you can choose this QR code, and also you can choose the PayPal ID for other country user like US, UK, and Australia. So just pay $15, and also you can use my PayPal ID. Okay, that's fine. Now just after that you will find this link in your video description box. So must to check your video description box and fill this form and get the membership. In membership you will find a complete video tutorial of these projects, and like Angular, like API, like Blazor, like and all. Okay, so that's cool. Now just after that I will now after it I will show you how to crack this code. Okay, so here I'm providing you the complete source. Okay, so this is my third video tutorial where I config your database options. So just remove this in the figure. That is where we have a iConfigure options. Under the iConfigure options, we have a database options. So we know that a database option is like that connection string, max retry count, max retry delay, and the command timeout. So under the database option setup, in the database options setup, we have a iConfigure option setup, iConfigure options under the database options. So the configuration section name is, the first one is configuration section name. So the configuration section name is the connection string, and you know that database options is a so database setup have a configuration section name, that is database options. Okay, default connection and the test connection is the name default connection and the test connection. Similar like that your app settings, default connection and the test connection. Okay, so in the database options we have a configuration and iWeb host environment. Now the next one is to if check the environment. So if and that is if underscore environment dot is development, or you can say is a production is true, so dot is production is true, then you can say uh, that here we have a database options. So the options dot initialize the connection string. Connection string is what? The connection string is if the if the environment is production, so option dot connection string is configuration dot get connection string, and the connection string is default connection if it is the production. Else if environment dot is production is development, you can say is true, then you can say options dot connection string configuration dot get connection string is test connection. Okay, otherwise just get it underscore configuration dot get section, and what is the section is configuration section name dot bind with the options. Okay, so both, first of all check the environment is production and is development, and then rather than properties is configuration dot get section. Get section is what? That is configuration section name. Okay, underscore configuration section name is the database option is bind with the options, so that bind with the options, so match the properties. Okay, now just after that I want to add in the extension method. Now the next thing is to add just call it database option setup in the program.cs file. So here you just add a extension method, so just right click on it and add a new directory, and that name is register options extensions, register options extensions. So new add a new empty class, that is options extensions. Options extension .cs. So just use public static class options extension and public static iService collection, that is register options, and the register options is like that, this iService collection services. Now here we go for services dot configure options, and here we go for database setup, sorry, database options setup. So registered database option setup is actually existing in so just right click on it, add project reference, and there we go for the infrastructure. Now here we have a database options setup. Okay, now register options, so that I want to return the services. Okay, so here we go, here we have a register options. So now, and call it a database option setup, so that a database option setup class is called, and initialize the properties. If it is development, so option dot connection string is like that, configure.get connection string test connection, and configuration.get section name is configuration section name dot bind with the options. Okay, so all these class get section name is bind with the options. So database options, these properties actually bind with the app settings.json, the max retry count and the max retry delay, and the command timeout is 30. Okay, and the next one is programmed to just call it builder.services.register options. Okay, that one is okay. Now just after that I want to add db context. Okay, so here we have a class option extensions, and just I want to add a db context. So that first of all I want to get all the services, like database options is a service, so I want to get it all the options. So here we have a just right click on it and add a options utility, new item, sorry, just right click on it, add a new empty file, and here we go for options utility. Now just add a class options utilities and just make it a static class. Okay, and now just add a public options, public static, just return it t options, and t options is what, that is get options of type t options, this iService collection services, and just I want to tell you where t option is. Where t options, that is the public static t options I want to return back. So t options is what, where t options is a class or the object. Now just get it the service, where service provider is services.build service provider, and I want to call it service provider.get required service I options, and I options is actually exist in Microsoft extension.options. So suppose I want to pass it database options, so that just get the values of the database options by using this the value method, but I want to get it by using the I options. So service provider dot get required service I options t options dot value. Okay, now just after that I want to use this method in the class, and that is a register database context. So add a register database context extension, just add database context extension.cs file. Now make it a static class and add a static method, just return it public services, sorry, public static iService collection, add database context. Okay, that is the method, just return it iService collection, this service collection is services. Okay, now just get it services.get options database options, that's cool. So here we have a database option, so just use database options, and in the add a db context pool. Okay, so you can add db context pool here with the database context. And what is the database context is, database that is in the framework, that is jewelry store context. So you can use jewelry store context, add reference to the persistence layer. Okay, and here we go for the options.use SQL Server. SQL Server, I mean to say that existing in managed NuGet package. And that is SQL Server Microsoft Entity Framework Core.SQL Server. Control.Entity Framework Core, and here we have a options, So finally I want to apply the migration here, and migration is just add a manage NuGet package, and the package is tools package. So here we have a Microsoft Entity Framework Core.Tools. Okay, and now just I want to add a static set as a startup project, and I want to apply the migration. Just NuGet package manager, manage, and just select the persistence layer, because in under the persistence we have a jewelry store context. So add dash migration, that is uh, initial. So I got a error message because unable to resolve the service for type. This service is not registered under the program.cs file. So just resolve the issue, and you know that here we have a options utility, option extension, and database context extension, and that is add database context. So just copy that name and just use dot add a database context here, okay, as a chaining method. So just after that I want to resolve your problem, I think, and again do the migration. Now your migration is done with the some warning message, that is Microsoft Entity Framework Model.validations. So validations is required for these types of things. So we will right now I'm not using any validations, so that we can so we get a warning messages, and you know that an ensure schema, that is master schema, and the create category table, and schema is master, and the table like that you can see. Okay, so everything is right, and I want to update your database. Now after that I got a error message, that is build failed. So just right click on it and build the solution. Okay, the SQL server is not found, so just just control dot of your squiggly line and install package Microsoft Entity Framework Core.SQL Server, and I think your problem resolved easily. Save it and again do the build solution, and here we go. Now everything is going correct, and just after that again do the migration. Now everything is correct and your database is ready to go, you can see. Okay, so everything is going correct. Update database command. and filter database, that is jewelry test, because in the development we just use jewelry test. Okay, so here we have a database name, that is jewelry test, so we just use it, this one. Okay, now see you in the next video, where we will find another things about the jewelry store app, and that project is much more richer project, so that project is actually have in a clean architecture, that is application, domain, infrastructure, and persistence layer, and these are amazing project, guys.